Be like, bitch, you the one talking. Okay. 5. Oh crap! Hold on, I gotta share my screen. Guys, I'm a real professional here. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. There's a lot of music going on. Dude. What's up? I love that intro. Thank you, Jess, for making it. The club. I don't know. I never did it at the club. Hey, guys. What's up? Welcome to Las Locas Live. I'm Janice. We have Jess Martinez here.
Hi.
And look, it's the J show, Triple J. And then Jesnaira Baez with her sexy ass hair. We're like doing all these tips. She's like what to do with hair. Mine is not what not to do. Jess is also.
I'm in the middle.
Like it looks like a bird's nest. Like cool.
It's decent. It's fine.
Girl pattern. No, yours adorable. Look at this. It's like, look at what's going on. It was humid today. Guys, give it up for Jesnaira. Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, guys.
Locas for life. Been on the show a bunch of times. We want to talk about all the things because she is a school teacher. What? And I'm real intrigued by how you are going to handle teaching the kids virtually. So tell us all about it. Do you drink while you're teaching? Like, what do you? Inquiring minds want to know.
I mean, I'll drink lemonade.
No vodka until later.
Right, but no, I think it's just a experience for all of us, a new experience, and it's frustrating. Like I get the frustration of the parents, but they have to understand. Like we don't learn about things till the last minute either. So it's not like we really have time to prepare for stuff because you're told, well, this might happen, but you're not given exact, like, okay, this is what's happening until the last minute. So yeah, it's frustrating for everyone.
Do you remember when we talked like a couple months ago, and I think school was still in session, right? Until like June. I think we might have talked in May, and wasn't like only 30% of kids at CPS got online?
Yeah. So
what do they do? Do they go around and give out computers or something? Like, how are they bridging that like technological gap?
Like parents that don't have computers at home, like depending on what school the student goes to, they're offering resources. Like even I think at libraries they're offering computers too, like, you know, that the kids could use computers there. So there's access to computers, but parents are like not realizing that at the end of the day, you're like, especially when you're like, well, I don't know, and you get frustrated, like, think about how that kid feels, you know? And why not reach out to the teacher? Why not reach out to somebody else who could help you? Because at the end of the day, your kid's the one that's benefiting from this. And although you might not find it like, oh, well, my kid doesn't have to log on today, the kid's actually getting hurt and regressing instead of progressing.
Jess, your sister's a teacher, right?
Yeah. My
sister's
a teacher out in the suburbs, and she is teaching remotely. And she also has a 5-year-old who is going to start learning remotely next week. And I'm actually going to go help her because she can't do both at the same time.
No,
which is insane. Like, I can't imagine. Like, the reality
like, how can you help a 5-year-old and then teach a whole class of 5-year-olds?
And they have the same schedule too. Like, it's essentially up until 2:30. Like, they're both going to be busy. So I'm going to try and help them out. But yeah, like so I've been FaceTiming my niece to like babysit while my sister is trying to teach in the kitchen.
Babysitting. I love this.
And so I'm trying to keep my niece entertained, right? Okay. but I can't help it. My niece loves to sing. I can't help it if she just breaks out into song. And so when she does, I'm like, Emma, let's go to the room.
Right. Your sister's trying to teach something important, and it's like the song from Frozen or something in the back. Not time to be creative right now, daughter. Oh my God.
Well, what kids like to do too is like if a teacher's teaching, they'll interrupt and be like, "My mommy said this," or "Look at the new toy I got," and it's like, okay, that's nice. Can we get back to the subject?
Right. It's not show and tell, no phones.
Right.
You're all like stifling their spirit. I love it.
What grade do you teach?
Well, I was in 7th and 8th grade, students with autism, and I got moved to pre-K.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't know this year what grade I'll be with. Yeah.
It seems like a big jump. Oh my God. Pre-K is like 3-year-olds, right? 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds?
It's so different. It's so different. It's, yeah.
They can't even sit still in the class. How are they going to sit still in front of a computer? Like, I'm so confused.
That's why I said, like, kids start playing with their toys, and so that's what they were doing in March. So, I mean, like I said, I get the frustration of parents, but it's frustrating for us too because we don't have the resources that we would have at school to teach from home, you know? And like, it's just different. It's different.
Right.
Like my friend, she teaches in Florida. She was talking about how she forgot to put a setting on Zoom. The kids took over the class. They were putting her on mute. And they were like kicking kids out of the class. And she's like she didn't even know she was muted. They were like, "Ms. Gomez, you know you're muted, right?" Like,
like a mutiny. They're like, "Get her out of here."
Oh no.
That's
so it's like
also very hilarious. Like horrible, but hilarious.
And that's 3rd grade. She teaches 3rd grade. Like imagine.
Some little baby kids, badass kids out here.
Then she said, like the other day, she's talking to her students, and then she noticed her student was talking to someone on the side. So she's like, "Hey, everything okay? Like, focus." And then her student was like, "Oh, my mom's giving me like chores to do later, and we're talking about stuff." And she's like, "You're in class." And she's like, "My mom says she don't care. Like, if she has something to tell me."
And the mom's like talking in the background, like, "Bitch, is not." Like, I memes, and I was like, I kind of see some of my friends saying that, like, "Tell your teacher to shut up." That's horrible. Parents really they are like that, aren't they? Some, right?
Yeah.
Some. You're like, I got stories for days. Oh my God.
Can you imagine? I feel like if I had to do like virtual learning in high school, I feel like my parents would be just correcting my Spanish teacher all the time.
Like, no, that's not right. No. Oh my God. That is so, I mean, do you feel, so did you already start or do you start soon?
We start on the 8th. With the students, we start on the 8th. Okay.
So before then, I know how teachers get screwed too, and they have to like buy a bunch of crap. Do you feel is that still the same? Like you feel like you're not prepared, like you need a bunch of stuff, like a camera and like
right. And I think it's more technology,
and
making sure everything works. Like the other day, I'm still in school too. Like I take college courses, trying to advance my career, and I'm in class. The teacher has all of us in the waiting room. I mean, we could see him, and he's online, and he's like, "So how do I show my students the whiteboard?" And the guy's like, "Do this, do that." He's like, "So should I just start drawing?" And like after 30 minutes,
you're the professor. I'm paying for this, right?
And after 30 minutes of just sitting there, like the tech guy was like, "I have to go. You have to figure it out. What are your students doing?" He's like, "Oh, I don't think they can hear me." We're like, "Yes, we can."
You're like, "Forget this class. It's so bad." Oh my God.
I did. I had to change my class because I was like, "There's no way I can do with this." No.
Oh my God. Wow. So this is just a big failure all around. And you would think it's 2020, like
right.
We would have like better resources. I actually saw an article. He's a teacher out in the suburbs. I'll put the link up if I can find it again. This guy just made this like thing to hold a phone. So then you can have the phone on Zoom and your computer. So he can like show people He was writing on a thing, and he just started making them. Now he's selling them on Etsy, and he just is like, if you really need one, I'll send you one. I think he's charging now, of course, but I was just like, wow, like I didn't even think about that you guys wouldn't have a way
to show your work. Yeah.
And then, but because if you have the whiteboard up, then you can't see the kids, and they're all messing around, right?
Right.
So yeah. 2 screens, and I'm like, I know they're not paying that for you, right?
I've been watching TikTok videos, so like teachers will share like tips, and then one teacher was doing that. She had her phone, and then she had a computer. So yeah, TikTok's helpful.
My sister was talking about maybe hooking up her computer to a TV because because of all the Zoom bombing, they've kept it to Google Hangouts, which I think is glitchy and
weird
and not as good as Zoom.
Yeah.
But she was thinking of getting like a TV so that she could just see all her students. She can't see everyone in the same screen, the way that it's set up there.
Oh, yeah. And how can you watch 30 kids? You can't watch 30 kids in your classroom live. I don't. I'm like, I'm stressed for you. Look at me. Like, none of us have kids, and I'm stressed for you. Like, these kids are horrible. Yeah, I don't freaking know. What else is going on in your life? Have you been doing like any comedy? Have you had time to do anything? Or like, I know you're in school too.
Yeah, I've been doing Zoom shows. I have my first comedy show coming up, like live performance coming up in September. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because that's the first time that I'll be doing something. Like
I'll be doing something.
Doing
like,
something
right now.
with people. Like, you know,
right.
I'm still like I feel better because of the fact that it's outdoors.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about indoors yet, especially for the fact that this is something that's still going on, you know?
Oh, yeah. And it feels like every day you open up the news and it's like, more cases in Illinois. Right. I think people are just like, they're just over it. And I was like, that's not how science works, guys. Like, the virus doesn't care about your feelings. And obviously you were very against going into physical school, right? I assume. Yeah, okay. Is that still on the table, like for Jan 1 or something? Or the union's like, no, we're not doing that?
Well, supposedly they're going to wait till November to see like how the cases are. And we're supposed to go November 6th, I believe, if the cases go down. But I'm
like,
right. I'm like,
these are petri dishes, dude. Oh my God. They're so gross.
Right. And I mean, you think about it, like kids don't wash their hands. They go like this, you know.
It's nasty.
They're not going to leave a mask on.
Right. Pre-K is going to leave a mask on for, no.
They want to hug, like be all up in your hair. Like, no. Like, girl, what'd you put in my hair? And you put
your beautiful curly hair.
Yeah, let me touch it with my diseased
hair.
Yeah,
they're like, oh, I like it. Like, ew. Just touch your butt.
Touch your butt. I don't think you wiped real good. You're like, help me, teacher. You're like, no, hell no. They do not pay me enough. I love this. Like 2 people just came on, and that's the first thing they heard. They're like, what are these people talking about? Oh my God. No, it's crazy. What about your summer? How's it been? I mean, are you excited to get back to work, or you're just like, you were kind of chilling?
Excited. Well, I was grateful that we had the break we did. I mean, it wasn't really a break because we were still doing stuff, but the fact that I was able to organize stuff, you know, sometimes we don't realize how busy we are. And we're always like, oh, I never have time for this. I never have time for that. But these last few months, you had nothing but time, you know? So it's like, I've got so much stuff organized and, you know, just drew my like goal chart. And there's just so much I want to accomplish and stuff. And I feel like that in this time, I was grateful because I was like, you know what? I finally have time to sit down and like write down what I want to accomplish, write down my goals and, you know, just organize stuff that we always never have time for, you know?
Dude, I'm trying to clean out my closet, like literally, not figuratively, but both. But and I was like, oh, clothes I've had since 1985. Like, why do I have So if you're available, just please come over.
Oh.
No, that's why I feel like organizers are good because they don't have any attachments to your stuff. I have weird attachments to stuff. I'll be like, I wore that to that concert. That it's just stupid. Everyone's like, nobody cares.
Like if this comes back in style, I
Right.
got
40 pounds, it'll fit again. Like, let it go. Like Jess's let it go.
Yeah.
See, guys, that's a callback in comedy. Feeling it. Bizarre.
I'm an idiot. So I got this white like cube organizer. That's how I start all my conversations. I'm an idiot. And so like I put, I organized it, put everything in it when I moved in here. And then I was sitting on my couch and I was like, everything is like organized. And I'm like, you dipshit, it's called an organizer. It's working.
Is that what it is? You're not supposed to throw like clothes in there. Like, no, you're things in a nice like way. Yeah, you don't want to look in here. It's no bueno. This is exactly, hold on. Not style bookcase.
I like that. Is that a cooler?
In it. It's horrible.
Is that a cooler on the corner there?
He sent me text. It's not good, guys. Don't do as I do. And so Jesnaira's like, I'm gonna be in the backyard, so you nosy asses don't look.
I know, right? I'm like, so you guys don't see.
You're like, let me use this beautiful light from the fence and look at my perfect curls.
She's like, I organized in March. It's not like that anymore.
She's like, I'm not sharing my gold chart with you.
I gotta reorganize.
Reorganize. So where are you gonna teach from? Do you have like a home office? You just gonna like kitchen table it or what?
I think I'm gonna be inside. Just move around.
Okay. The kids are like, what are you doing? Yeah.
Like traveling around the world.
Oh, that's cute. Until their parents are like, tell her to shut up. I love her like painting everybody in a bad light, but I kind of feel like, I don't know. I have no feelings. I have friends that are parents and they're on both sides. They're like, I want my kid to go to school because they need to go back to work. And there's like nobody to watch them. but then there's other people who are like, also like, I don't know how to do math. Like, and I can't help my kid. Not me. I don't know how to do math. Like,
I'm legit excited to work with my niece.
Yeah, right.
So I can freshen up on some
basic mathematics.
Some basic social skills too. She has a book called
That'll be funny,
Skills.
like if I see parents sitting next to their kids taking
like
notes.
we're trying to learn too, right? Can you put that multiplication table back on the screen?
I take her headphones and I'm just like, hold on, just give me a second.
Like, can you say it again? Hands off the class, please. Oh God.
Like I remember going home and telling my dad, like, can you help me with my homework? And he'll be like, you should have took notes.
Right.
You weren't paying attention? Like I was. This is hard though. And it was because he didn't know how to do it.
No.
He was trying to make it seem like it was like, my fault.
What are you not doing right? Oh God. I think, look back in your life and how many times like your parents were like, yeah, ask the teacher tomorrow. And I was like,
I'll be like, how do you spell the word? He's like, look it in the dictionary. If I knew how to spell it, then I would find it in the dictionary.
Right.
I know. I don't know the letters. He's like, pronunciate it. I'm trying.
He's like, I'm try. Oh my God. Yeah, so parents are awesome. That is the
That's true though. Since you said it, Janice, of like ask your teacher tomorrow, I just like flashed back to all the times. Like that's very true. Like once they don't have anything else to say, they're like, well, just see what your teacher has to say about it.
And it's not done, so you're like, you're gonna get like marked off for not having it done.
And you start crying, and you're like, I'm gonna get in trouble. That's your fault. You should have paid attention.
Oh God, I was not good in math. I'm still not good in math. Geometry was no bueno for me. What was your best subject in school, Jess? Best and worst?
Let's see. So I was pretty good at algebra in high school.
Show off. Get the fuck out.
So my parents are very happy that I ended up being an art major, you know.
Right. You're like, we have a doctor, el médico en la familia.
I've always,
Right?
I've always been stuck between the creative and the practical, and so yeah. But I was good at algebra in high school, but then in college I was pretty good at all the like artsy fartsy, like fluffy wording kind of stuff. I can make anything sound good.
Right.
I can make anything sound bad.
It's an art form. Jesnaira, what about you? Like, you're studying now, or do you have a favorite subject, or when you were a kid?
My favorite subject was gym. I mean, my favorite class. No, my favorite subject was history. I love history.
Oh, look at me. So tell us what's going on in the world today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I know, I wrote something earlier and I was like, we're going to laugh through the pain. And I was like, that sounds really dismissive. I changed it.
It's just so sad.
I don't talk about anything. Right.
It's so sad that people don't know their history and they jump to the conclusion of like, oh, I'm this party or I'm that party. Technically, neither party is for minority people.
Right.
But, and what people don't understand, I'm like, there's so much I want to say, but I'm gonna be nice. But
we're watching one person, but it will be recorded.
You got 10 minutes, so if you want to spend your 10 minutes on it,
you're like race 101.
My thing is like people want change, but they don't realize that change comes from legislation. Like you have to make change in Congress. Those are the people who make the laws. You know, like President Trump could say all this stuff, but guess what? Like, he's not the one who makes the laws. So it's like, yeah, he needs to get out of office too, but Congress needs to get out of office too. Like, changes need to be made like that, you know? And
people don't care about those midterm elections. They don't vote.
No.
And I'm like, dude, that's the most important person. Like, most people can't even name the representative. So,
right.
I mean, like, how do you know how they vote? You don't, I mean, you're not even, this is like person who's making the most influence. And then I'd say locally too, to hop on that. But yeah, about their aldermen and stuff like that. People don't pay attention, you know?
What's sad is like, people are like, oh, my vote doesn't, yes, your vote does matter. Do you know that like our ancestors fought for the right to vote? Women fought for the right to vote. And you're going to sit here and say your vote doesn't matter? Like, it's people like you that make things the way they are today, you know? Because you feel like your vote is not important, and it is. Like, your vote matters. It makes change.
For sure.
Yeah. I get frustrated because I'm an idiot. I can't follow politics very well because there's just a lot of noise.
Right.
And so I do get to that point where I'm like, does my vote even matter? But then I do remember, like, people fucking died for me to be able to vote.
No, and also there's been a lot of local elections that have really come down to 3-4 votes. I mean, you can go online and just check all these things, and it's like, see, everyone counts, you know?
Right.
I'm actually going to put the register to vote link up in our thing right now.
Look at us.
Look at us. Civic duty, yo.
Citizen artists.
I know, we're trying. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, obviously, I think everyone's probably much knows where I stand on the presidential stuff, but I do agree. I think people don't pay attention enough to what they consider the smaller ones, and also just like local too. Like everyone's gets mad about the housing developments in their neighborhood or where like TIF funds and stuff are going. And then I'm like, you didn't vote for alderman. You didn't even look and see, you know, like you didn't see like these people. My alderman here, I'm like scared because I feel like he's mafia. Like, I'm not telling you where I live, but y'all know where I live. I mean, been in for like 12 years. Why are you in so long? We need change, dude.
And there's resources out there to like educate yourself on who's on the ballot. Like Ballot Ready is a resource, and there's other websites. There's like bipartisan, like unbiased sites that will just lay out what people are, what people are prioritizing. Yeah.
Okay, I'm putting that up there too. Ballotready.org. Go team. Yeah, I know, and I know, like obviously, in addition to having the craziest year of the Rona, I call it, we also have had just like a crap ton of unrest, and I know we cannot address all the isms.
Can I quickly plug another website? It's called State Matters.
Do you want me to put it in, or you?
Yeah. Do you mind putting it in? So it's statematters.org, and it kind of, because I'm an idiot, It explains it explains things. It explains those complicated things that we don't think we understand in like a very simple way. So that's a helpful site too.
Awesome. It's all up there. Educate yourselves. Well, what I was just getting into, which I know we cannot address in the next 5 minutes, is obviously like a ton of unrest the entire summer, starting with Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. Now we have the situation in Kenosha when we have, people on TV saying, like, I'm not even gonna say his name, that jerk off who went and killed people, and them saying it's like okay. And I was like, I feel like there's a line here, and I know everyone like last time was like, reach across the aisle and let's have a dialogue. I think we're like past that, and that might be my jaded ass saying that, but I feel like at this, like, there's like literally a moral decision on the line come November, and I'm saying it. I don't know. Figure out whose side you're on, dude. Sorry. Because when you have people that support people that are like okay with like having a vigilante go out and kill people, like this is what we're doing now. Like, right. I don't know.
So that means like when people say dumb stuff like that, I'm like, okay, so then people should just carry guns and just kill all the rapists then, right? And kill all the murderers. Like we should just
right? Yeah, no, like, no. You don't get a fair trial, no. Exactly.
I just feel like sometimes it's like dealing with COVID, dealing with people not working, dealing with all this, and then on top of this, like stuff that Black people and minorities have to deal with, racism just in general. I feel like it's draining when you're trying to explain something and express something to an idiot, because that's what they are. They're idiots. And it's pointless to go back and forth.
About like,
because they're not going to learn.
Yeah, if you're still explaining Black Lives Matter, they just don't want to.
Right.
Just don't want to get it. Like we've made charts, we've made comparisons to like, what if your mother was dying? And we said, well, my mom died too. It's just like about the lack of empathy. Like there's been these things broken down very simply. And at this point, if you don't get it, you just don't want to, and you just don't agree. So at this point, do I spend my energy trying to educate you? Like, right. Nah. Like, I don't know.
And I think too, when people don't experience it for themselves, right, they don't understand it. I went to school in Iowa. Like, you know what I mean? That speaks for itself.
Right.
And I just feel when you experience it, then you understand it. When you don't experience it, you can't understand it. And that's the sad thing, that people are not open-minded to hearing why people are hurt, why people are tired, why Black lives matter.
I also feel like at this point, even if you don't experience, like, I'm telling you, like, you're basically dehumanizing me by not believing me.
Yeah, I think that's what's that's what's most frustrating for me, is literally all you have to do is fucking listen. Yeah. Listen. Listen.
Right. That's the
first step.
Listen. And empathy is not agreement.
But people don't want to listen. They just want to reply.
Yeah.
Right. People don't want to listen. They just want to reply and not listen. And it's the issue.
And I just think it's just so crazy, because if somebody told me, hey, this hurt me, even somebody I barely know, like, I'd be like, oh man, I'm sorry that happened. But for some reason, when you say something happened to you and it has to deal with race, or even I would say sexuality, anything with like women, like when all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, what did you do? It's always like, I didn't say you did it.
Very defensive, yeah.
Very defensive. Did I say you did this? No. Like, apparently it's maybe somebody you identify with. I just never understood that.
It's like that phrase in Spanish, like, que te cuesta? Like, it doesn't cost you anything to listen.
Yeah.
And to understand.
That
people are hurting and people are dying.
Right. And you don't have to like agree with everything, but you also don't have to like comment on everything either. It was like, I'm really pissed because like I'm a big Chicago Bears fan. And I don't know if you saw that Brian Urlacher said something really fucking full. I can't wear my jersey anymore. And like, I'm a big sports person. So like, heads up to NBA and like WNBA and MLB for not playing yesterday, and like the Bucks for like refusing to play. Love it. Because use your platform. I'm like, my whole point was, God, what an idiot. Why did he say that? But also, why did he say anything? Like, it's not your turn to talk, buddy. Like, what is the need for like white men to like speak right now? Like, not about you.
Right.
Like, sorry. No one's watching now. So I'm gonna be like, white people out there. He's like, I'm one of the good ones. Don't kick me out. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we've got to roll. We're not going to solve all the racism today. But just womp womp, sexism still exists. But seriously, Jesnaira, is there anything that like any people can do? Do you know of any groups or charities or anything that we can help like support teachers and students or anything? Do you know of anything so we can like spread the word?
No, nothing that I know of.
I gotta go find you for jugs of vodka. There you go.
No, but I just
want like my Venmo is.
I was thinking of like putting a post, like if a prayer feels frustrated or they want some guidance, I'm willing to like do a Zoom meet with them, or like if you want me to read a story to your kid, or you want me to talk to your kid and tell them, hey, you better like behave. I mean, not that that's really gonna do anything because I'm in the computer, but like I'm just willing to help.
You need to find a way that like you can like put some electrodes on them and like press a button and it's like zaps them. I know it's like it exists.
Sit down.
Okay. This is why I do not have children, guys. Don't worry. Don't call DCFS on me. Eggs are dead. I'm good. Like I'm not. Like I'm fine. I should never also watch your kids. These are my friends watching. They're like, don't ever ask Janice to babysit. Sorry. Jess is really nice, and so is Jesnaira.
I'm all right. I got a little patience left.
Just a little bit. Oh my God. Well, if you find anything, if you do the post, let us know. We'll share it. I could talk to you all day, but I'm gonna wrap it up. If we'll let you know. We'll get you on a show soon. Keep everybody going. We're gonna be virtual for a while, so we'll just.
It was nice seeing you, ladies. It felt like I was hanging out with you guys virtually.
Virtually, I love it. And I'm gonna get that hair stuff from you because your hair looks so fuego. So everybody say bye. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, Jesnaira.
Peace out.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.